What's up everyone, I'm back with another video, and I'm of course going to be talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers, but this one is going to be directed towards Jarrett Allen and all about last season. That's right, Jarrett Allen was a key X factor to everything the Cavs did last year, and I'm going to be breaking down his entire season and how he made Cleveland successful. I'm finally back on the YouTube grind, and I really want to grow a Cavs and NBA fanbase on this channel. So I would encourage all you guys to put your thoughts on my videos in the comments below. Even if you don't agree with some things, I would love for you guys to debate, and I will even respond. So if you do enjoy this video, even if you're not a Cavs fan, I would really appreciate your support. It only takes 5 seconds to like and subscribe to help my channel grow and get it pushed out to more people, plus you can always change your mind. So Jarrett Allen was a pivotal part and really was the foundation for a lot of things the Cavs did, and I think he was the team's most valuable player. Last year, as most of us know, the Cavs completely turned things around in the right direction and went from the bottom of the league to pretty much the playoffs in less than 1 year. Obviously, they didn't quite make it and got eliminated in the play-in tournament, but it was all because of injuries, and I will get into all of that later. The Cavs had a top 5 through 7 defense for most of the year, credit to Bickerstaff's new system with 3 7-footers, but Jarrett Allen was the key and backbone to making it all work. Allen was so important to the Cavs last year that when he was gone, the entire defense plummeted. Allen took a huge leap in 2022, going from a quality starter to an all-star, which is more impressive than it seems because these days it's tough for paint players that don't shoot to be recognized like that. He really solidified himself as a superstar in his role. He's not a guy that's going to be relied upon to score points or run the offense, but he's gotten super good at rim running, the pick and roll, he's a lob threat, he can finish at the rim, and he's a top player in the league for pretty much every defensive category in the paint. He also has gotten to the point where he's a respectable perimeter defender, especially for a 7-footer. His versatility really showed throughout the season, and the Cavs are going to need it next year if they want to make it to the playoffs or ultimately make a deep run. Jarrett Allen averaged just over 16 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 1.8 assists while shooting one of the highest percentages from the field in the entire NBA. Pretty much all his stats were new career highs, and he was very efficient with a sub-20 usage rate. But obviously his offensive stats don't tell near the whole story. In fact, most of the things he does both offensively and defensively don't even show up in the box score. Allen really was probably a top 3 defender at the center position, and the thing that I love about him most is that he has no fear and will never back down from anyone. No matter who it is, he will jump with anyone and doesn't care about getting postered. And that's what great centers do. Allen really takes a smaller contained role and expands his impact in a way that is special to watch. With the way the center position is changing and the small ball transition happening, Allen really transcends a lot of that, and I think the Cavs are really starting to make teams wonder if small ball is really the way to go long term. Some centers that can't shoot aren't even worth the time to be looked at anymore, but Allen is so skilled and versatile that he is definitely worth the time, and I honestly think he is underpaid, even making $20 million for the next 4 seasons. Jarrett Allen has locked himself into being part of the Cavs core for the foreseeable future, along with Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. That's what I want to get into next, is how Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen became the most unstoppable paint protecting duo in the entire league. They really fed off each other in every aspect. If one player fell for a pump fake, the other was right there to get the block. If someone got beat, they both were there to make sure every layup was contested, and they wore out a lot of offenses over time, and the whole Cavs lineup fed off their defense. Like I was saying, both Mobley and Allen complement and need each other. Mobley is still super young and doesn't have the strongest body yet, so he can't be on his own, and you could see it as soon as Allen went down with that finger injury. Even though I know Mobley is a future defensive player of the year, right now he needs Allen, and together their wingspans can pretty much cover any shot that gets put up. Not to mention they both are big lob threats with great touch around the rim, and they can be extremely frustrating for other teams. I know a lot of people, including myself, going into last season were confident in what the Mobley-Allen duo could do, but nobody expected them to become so good in such little time. especially with Mobley barely even being over 18 years old, which is what most people forget. But both of them have great demeanors, and you could tell they belong out there. The hope for Cleveland is that since Allen is only 24, he could make some even bigger strides in his game. Maybe he'll develop his mid-range jumper even more, but even if he doesn't add to his game, Jarrett Allen will always be the impactful player he is, and I feel like outside of injury, his play is sustainable. A good example from last season of Allen's defense came in this play against the Grizzlies, where Ja Morant was driving in, but Allen stayed with him. Then he tried to cross back, but Allen recovered and was right there to get an easy strip. Plays like that defined who the Cavs were last year, and it's why they were playing so well before injuries derailed their season. I really do think if the Garland, Mobley, and Allen trio stays healthy, they will become the NBA's next big three. And I talked a lot about that in my last video that I will leave a link to in the description and at the end of this video. I've said it many times before on this channel, but my prediction for the Cleveland Cavaliers next season is above 50 wins, and I believe they will get past the first round, maybe even the second. Even though the East is strong, not many teams have the players that will be able to match up to the height and versatility that the Cavs lineup has. Also, as I always say, I don't expect for two quality guards to have season-ending injuries again. Also, hopefully the whole team doesn't go out for months upon months. The only thing that scares me a little bit is that the Cavs don't have much depth at the center position anymore after losing Moses Brown. Yes, Mobley can play center, but I don't think he's strong enough yet, so I think Kevin Love will probably be the backup. We also brought in Robin Lopez, who has a nice hook shot, but I don't feel comfortable playing him more than 10 minutes, but let me know what you guys think. It's still so weird to me that the Colin Sexton situation still hasn't been figured out. He is just too good of a player to not be on a roster at this point, but I really do believe in the Cavs front office, and I think whatever they do will be the right thing. Like I always say, we can assume what's going on behind the scenes, but we never truly know. Hopefully, Caris LeVert will be able to take some of the scoring load, but if he doesn't and we don't bring back Sexton, Mobley and Allen may be relied upon a lot more to score the ball and run the offense than we expected, and I think they would be up for the task. Even with the rapid success the Cavs faced, I believe it's only the beginning, and I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm going to continue to pump out Cavs content as the season approaches, and like I said, eventually I do want to expand back out to making videos about other teams. But Cleveland is where it all started, and I'm trying to build my channel and fan base around them. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and if you enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, I will see you all later.